Women's basketball is reaching new heights. This season, the WNBA is seeing record-breaking numbers. 154 sold-out games, merchandise sales up by over 600%, and TV viewership up 170%. The sport is more popular than ever in the US. But here's the twist. Despite all this growth, the league is expected to lose $40 million this season. How can this be? The answer is a complicated mix of rising stars, exciting rivalries, and the league's ongoing transformation. Caitlin Clark, a standout point guard, and her future rival, Paige Bueckers, are leading a new wave of talent that's changing the game. But even with all this attention, the WNBA is still struggling financially. In 2024, the WNBA isn't just growing, it's exploding. The number of sold-out games has skyrocketed from 45 last year to 154 this season, with arenas packed and fans energized. Merchandise sales have surged too, with jersey sales up 61%. For every jersey sold last year, 7 are now flying off the shelves. The league's growth is undeniable, but financial struggles still persist. A surprising merchandising boom has taken many by surprise. On top of that, TV viewership is through the roof. ESPN networks have seen a 170% increase in viewers, making women's basketball more popular than ever before. Public interest is no longer a question, it's a fact. These aren't just numbers, they represent a major shift in American sports culture. Women's basketball is finally getting the recognition it deserves. But even with all this growth, the WNBA remains in the red. At the heart of this WNBA renaissance is Caitlin Clark, who has turned college basketball into a national sensation. Known as the point goddess, Clark isn't just a player, she's a cultural icon. Wherever she goes, crowds follow, and her social media presence is massive. And it's impossible to talk about Clark without mentioning her biggest rival, Paige Bueckers. The two 6-foot guards have been battling since middle school. Paige, who became the first freshman to win the Wooden Award, the Naismith Trophy, and multiple Player of the Year awards in 2021, is set to enter the WNBA in 2025. What makes the rivalry between Caitlin Clark and Paige Bueckers so unique is the mutual respect they share. Paige describes Clark as the best scorer college basketball has ever seen, but she points out that Clark's true strength lies in her competitive spirit, her drive, and her passion for the game. In return, Clark admires Paige's resilience, noting how she has overcome tough challenges and always speaks highly of her teammates. Clark also praises Paige for her work ethic and the way she carries herself both on and off the court. Their rivalry is about more than competition. It's about two players who not only dominate but also understand their role in taking the sport to new heights. Despite all this excitement, the financial reality of the WNBA tells a different story. The league is projected to lose $40 million this season, a slight improvement from the earlier forecast of $50 million, but still a significant concern. The WNBA is 60% owned by the NBA, and when you consider the NBA team owner stake, that number rises to 75%. As one league executive put it, the WNBA owes so much to the NBA that it may be years before the league sees any profit. It's a paradox. The WNBA is breaking records in every category: ticket sales, merchandise, viewership, yet it still can't sustain itself financially. Despite all the growth, the road to profitability remains uncertain. Adding to the complexity, players can opt out of the current collective bargaining agreement by November 1st, which could dramatically alter the league's financial landscape. Salaries, a sensitive issue in women's sports, are expected to be a major topic of discussion. There's some good news for the WNBA's future. A groundbreaking media rights deal worth $2.2 billion over 11 years, starting in 2026. This deal will increase the league's media revenue from about $60 million annually to over $100 million. It's a major step forward, and it could help improve the league's financial situation. However, for the WNBA to truly benefit, it must first navigate its current challenges and make it through the present. The upcoming collective bargaining agreement negotiations will play a key role in this. The league will need to find a way to balance players' fair desire for higher salaries with the need for financial stability. How can stars like Caitlin Clark and Paige Bueckers be supported, while the league builds a strong financial foundation? The WNBA stands at a historic crossroads. On one side, it has unprecedented popularity. On the other, it faces tough financial realities. Turning success into long-term sustainability is the next challenge. With Clark already a superstar and Paige joining in 2025, the league is entering one of its most exciting eras. These two players aren't just athletes, they're cultural icons who can elevate the sport. The Clark-Bueckers rivalry has the potential to attract not only passionate basketball fans but also casual viewers. It could be the type of story that gives the WNBA lasting appeal, much like Magic Johnson and Larry Bird did for the NBA in the 1980s. The rivalry can build an audience that cares about more than just the game. It's about the players and the story behind them. With the new $2.2 billion media deal kicking in by 2026, the league will have more resources to invest in marketing, infrastructure, and player development. Imagine packed arenas becoming the norm, not the exception. Imagine players earning salaries that reflect their talent and dedication. The real challenge for the WNBA is just around the corner. In the coming months, decisions, especially regarding the collective bargaining agreement, will shape the league's future. The WNBA must strike the right balance to ensure continued growth while also securing a stable financial foundation. The league is at a pivotal moment, one of the most important since its creation. The incredible growth of 2024 has shown there's a huge demand for women's basketball. Stars like Caitlin Clark and Paige Bueckers have captured the public's imagination, proving they can rival any male sports icon. But success can't be measured by Instagram views or full arenas alone. To truly thrive, the WNBA needs to turn its booming popularity into a sustainable business model. This season's projected $40 million deficit is a stark reminder that popularity doesn't always translate into profit. But there's hope. The pieces are falling into place. With charismatic players, exciting rivalries, a growing fan base, and a historic media deal on the way, the potential is clear. The question isn't whether women's basketball can capture the public's attention. That's already happened. The real question is, can the WNBA turn this moment into something lasting? The future of professional women's basketball has never been brighter, yet the path ahead is full of challenges. How will the next chapters of this story unfold? That depends on all of us. If you're as excited as we are about the WNBA's transformation, we want to hear your thoughts. How can the league turn this popularity into financial sustainability? How can we all support the growth of women's basketball? Share this video with your sports-loving friends, and let us know in the comments which matchup you're most excited to see. Will it be Clark versus Paige in 2025? Don't forget to subscribe for more in-depth analysis about the future of sports. See you soon.